Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's use our newfound knowledge of linear pairs and vertical angles to solve some mysteries. As a review, vertical angles. Vertical angles. They're angles that are opposite of each other across the intersection. Opposite. And they are congruent. Congruent, meaning they are equal to each other. Equal to each other. Linear pairs. They are adjacent, so next to each other. Adjacent. They form a line. I'll put that as a note. They form a straight line. And they are supplementary. Meaning they equal 180 degrees. Okay, let's use that knowledge to solve for x. Let's start right here. Take a look at these two angles. Are these two angles vertical angles or linear pairs? Well, they're opposite each other across the intersection point. So they are vertical angles, clearly. Vert angles. And if they are vertical angles, that means they're congruent. So 52 degrees is equal to the other vertical angle, x. Or in other words, x equals 52. Boom! Wow, was that hard? No, that was insanely easy, Mr. Grapp. Good, I'm glad you thought so. How about these guys? Are these vertical angles or linear pairs? Let's find out. Well, they're next to each other. They're adjacent. They form a straight line. Let's use blue here. They form a straight line, right? So that means that they are a linear pair. Very good. They're a linear pair. So linear pair. And now I'm going to solve for x with it. If they're a linear pair, then let's do this in green. 12x plus 24. If they're a linear pair, they're supplementary, so they equal 180. That means I just need to solve now for x, just like we did excruciatingly in the last couple videos. Move the 24 over. I get 12x equals 180 minus 24. Then I'm going to combine and simplify. So 12x equals 180 minus 24, which is, 180, which is 156. Then I will divide by 12 to get rid of that coefficient. Slice and dice. X equals, get the calculator out, 156 divided by 12, 13. Box it, ship it off. X equals 13. Don't believe it? Plug it back in, double check. Does 12 times 13 plus 24 equal 180? Let's find out. 12 times 13 is 156, right? We just did that, 156. Plus 24. Does 156 plus 24 equal 180? 156 plus 24, 180. Boom. Cool. So, linear pair, x equals 13. Let's try this one down here. Is this a linear pair or a set of vertical angles? Well, they are adjacent to each other. They form a straight line. Look at that. They form a straight angle. So, these must be a linear pair. Meaning, if I add them together, it will equal 180. They're supplementary. So, let's add them together. First thing we need to do is reorganize them. We want the x's next to each other, the variables, and then we want the numbers next to each other on the other side. So let's do that. 5x, and that's a positive x. We've got a negative 2, so we'll go minus 2. And then we've got a positive 2, so a plus 2 equals 180. Let's do some combining. 5x plus x is 6x. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So I guess plus 0 equals 180. Okay. There is nothing to move over. So honestly, 0 is the same thing as just having nothing. So all I'm going to do now is divide by the coefficient. Divide by 6, divide by 6, slice and dice. X equals 30. There we go. And if we don't know for sure, we can always plug it back in. 30 minus 2 plus 5 times 30, that'd be 150, plus 2. Does that equal 180? Well, let's find out. 30 minus 2 plus 150 plus 2. 180. Boom. All right. Oh, I didn't write it. This is a linear pair, right? We gotta label it. Linear pair. Okay, last one right here. Are these two angles a linear pair or are they vertical angles? Well, they're opposite of each other. They go across that point of intersection. So I think these are a vertical set of vertical angles. So I'm going to label that vert angles. And now I'm going to solve. Well, vertical angles, remember, they are congruent. They're equal to each other. So 3x plus 2 is equal to the other angle, 65. And then I'm going to solve it. I'll move my 2x to the other side. We'll have a 3x equals 65 minus 2, because it was positive before. That means 3x equals 63. And then I will divide by the coefficient. Divide by 3, divide by 3, slice and dice. X equals 21. And let's say I'm uncertain. What do? We plug it right back in. Let's replace that x with a 21 and see if we still get 65. X with a 21. So 3 times 21, I believe that's 63. Let's find out. 3 times 21, 63. There you go. 63 plus 2. Does it equal 65? Let's find out. 63 plus 2, 65. There you have it. So x equals 21. All right, folks. That's vertical angles and linear pairs applied to our 8th grade standards. Vertical angles, you just set them equal to each other and solve for x. Linear pairs, you set them equal to 180 and solve for x. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.